got some visitors, dog.
What's going on there, guys? We back with another one. Got to talk about this Diddy stuff a little bit more now. Former Bad Boy artist Mark Curry has come out and shared his thoughts on it. And Mark Curry's been talking about it quite a bit the whole time, just following the thing. And he ain't wishing no ill will on Diddy, but a lot of the things, a lot of them seeds Diddy planted out there in the world is coming back. You even look at the alleged involvement in the Tupac unaliving, you know what I'm saying? His relationship with the Southside Crips, all this type of stuff that's been kind of swept under the rug, things that he was allegedly involved in. Now you have this. It's all coming to the forefront, man, and it's really a sad day. You see those kids getting taken out the house and handcuffed, and all this stuff is a culmination of decisions made by their father. So it's really unfortunate from that front. Now, Mark Curry is going to talk about a lot of things, and I'm going to react at the end of this video. I'm just going to let it play so you guys can get a good feel on what he was talking about. This ain't nowhere near the whole live, but I just took out, some major bits and pieces, and I want to react to a lot of things. He talked about, how hard it is being associated with Diddy and not really having a life, not being able to afford your medicine and stuff like that. He also spoke about um, people like Young Joc in the radio and all that. Now they got something to say, but they were so quiet and rocking with Diddy this whole time, man. And so Mark Curry touched on so many topics. So I'm gonna let y'all hear that. Let's peep.
Craig Mack and Black Rob did not live to see this moment. And this was a moment, like I'm telling you, Craig Mack was so furious with Puff. He hated Puff so much that I used to have to calm Craig down. Like, Craig, just chill out. Let's go record a couple of songs and, let's just chill out, man. We was on tour. We was like, yo, come on, man. We gonna make it work. He hated Puff. He hated Puff. Then I had Black Rob. He hated Puff. He not like hate Puff, like it's just, you be like, man, only thing we got, sometimes you realize the only thing we got is us. Now let me tell y'all something. Look at how many bad boy artists had to go to jail. And you be like, yo, when nigga had to go to jail and was an artist on your label, so the whole time a nigga was in jail, he was in jail, and they was like, hey, ain't you Bad Boy from Bad Boy? Ain't you from, and people be, ain't you from now? People be, they seeing me, they be like, ain't you? And you be like, yo, people had to go to jail that worked with him. Shyne, prison. Loon, prison. Rob, prison. Yo, man, I knew I ain't want to have nothing to do with it right when that was going on. I was like, okay, that's my calling. Everybody who want to be down with him is going down. And then I looked, and then I was like, yo, I'm starting to see what's going on. What I saw was, I was like, Mark, it was like, it's that nobody that's around him, or even that's around you, is willing to tell him how to humble himself. How to humble himself. I'm like, yo, I've been saying this thing for so long, and then you got people, like I got people that's actually people around me, and you be like right now, how do I feel? How do I feel right now? Wow. I'm so amazed, man, that God works so fast. Like, even when you might think it's a lifetime, and it's really not a lifetime, it just happens. So when it happens, you be like, man, it's happening. And you, everything that people had to go through around you, you kind of facing it. Now, let me tell y'all one thing we're going to have to do. All right, this is from me straight to you. And somebody today, I was like, yo, I pray for them, and then they was like, why would you pray for them? I be like, cause even people even when they do wrong, people who are sinners, everybody needs prayer, so we can never stop praying for people. And so I believe in the power of prayer, so I always pray, and I be like, you know what, God, the same way that you can put this brother in that situation, show him a way that he can get out of it. And as long as a lot of people always want to talk about the problem, but they don't never have nothing to say about the solution. Problem is we ain't got no money. Solution is we need to get up and go do something. We collectively as us, they be like they thought we was just you when it came to you having to go hustle to get something. But anyhow, um, is when you going through a thing and you say, okay, I know when it's time for me to give back. I know when it's time for me to relax, right? And you be like, I know when it's time for me to call friends that I haven't spoken to in a while and say, hey, we haven't talked. I've been telling Holmes, I said, Holmes is Diddy. I said, bro, listen, there's no way in the world you can keep going on in life being this big you and thinking that everybody around you is little. There's no big you and little me. That's what I used to always have to say. Yo, no, there ain't no big you, little me. Ain't none of that. Go get you some what? Man, ain't no big you, little me. Just because I come and I want to be an artist on your label don't mean that I got to conform and think like how you think and all of this. I got my own life. I got my own friends to hang out with, do my own thing. You understand? That's just how I go. And we don't like hanging out with you, actually. You understand? Because this is just business. I just want to do business with you, but I don't want to hang out with you. That's how I always was. I was like, I do business with you. I don't want to hang out with you, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like the way y'all party and stuff. I don't like the hours you go out. I don't like none of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like how y'all get down, period. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I was, and I just leave that there. But look, now, he said, do he need, they like, do he need, why would you pray for him? Everybody needs prayer. So in this time right now, I pray that, let me tell y'all another thing real fast before I get to that. I don't know if Puff is strong enough to go through what Bill Cosby and R. Kelly's going through. I'm being honest with you. I don't think that he's able to do it. And so I really think we need to pray for our brother, because you just don't want him to take the other route out. And some people do that. But when you look at it, you be like, how many people took that route out as a result of energy you created? It's like, everything you've done is coming back to you. It's coming back on you. Everything, every way that it go, you got jail, you probably sitting there thinking about jumping off a building or flying you be like, damn, man. You be like, plane on him with the pilot down. He got a pilot. The pilot, is he flying the plane by himself? That's what we want to know. Is he flying the plane by himself? Y'all give me 2 seconds. Anybody from, let me go let my dogs in. His daughters need, let me give y'all some games. We don't really like to get the kids all involved in this kind of stuff. And one thing I can say is the look on Christian's face was, it was very it was a shock to him, and he looked disappointed. And my message now goes out to the kids, because even though no matter what's going on, it doesn't have nothing to do with them, and I still want them to, no matter what's going on in their life, that we still love them, because we still love the kids, man. We love all the kids, regardless if they do wrong or whatever, because, at least when you do wrong, you have a chance to correct it and do right. So we don't give up on people who do wrong. You know, we never gave up on they pops or nothing like that. You know, we don't give up on them, but that it hurt me to see those kids in that situation. You know, I really did. You know, I was like, wow. You know, they don't know what's going on. They might be confused right now. You know, like they don't probably don't even have nobody to call to really get advice from. Like, do they have a relationship with Janice Combs? You know, who had the publishing? You know, did they have a relationship with her? Like, how are they gonna be okay? So, you know, we gotta look and be like, you know, even though this is going on and all of this, and I seen they was at his house, they went up in there, and then they went in, they said, yo, it's gonna take us an hour to go through his house because there's so many rooms, and they was just putting everybody in handcuffs and bringing them out, and then I'm like, damn, then they said that he on a plane in Antigua, or something like that. They said he way down there by where Rihanna from, but where that place is, y'all know what it is. So he out there, Barbados. It's never fun when the rabbit got the gun. Don't say that no more, man. People ain't ready for that. It's never fun when the rabbit got the gun. Yeah. So look, alright. So then that's going on there. Alright, so let me give y'all another thing that I got going on right now. I hope y'all getting this one right here. Alright, check. So I see radio personalities in Atlanta that saying on their site, they like, yo, Puffy house just got raided. And then you be like, hold on now. You of all people you're his best friend. I came home to Atlanta after I did the book. I could not even get on the radio to get an interview. Ryan Cameron did it one time. Ryan was like, yo, when you come to the studio, come by yourself, to sit in the waiting room, and when I tell you to come in and start talking about the book, let's go. Because he knew that as soon as he brought me on air, the PD was going to be in his office like, who is this? Yo, get him off, get him off. We can't talk to him. We can't be bringing him on the radio. Puffy got a party going on Friday. And you be like, damn, man, I can't even talk about my own book and stuff. So it was really tough. Jay-Z next. No, I don't think Jay-Z next. Because we ain't going to be sitting here waiting to see, you know, one of them fall after another one. So we just hope everybody come to you know, I think one of the best things that they came up with is when they come up with a thing to help all of the hip hop artists from the past, to just help them reach out and create a fun a way for them to be able to survive. Because it's hard to be famous and be known for like hanging around somebody or being around or doing music and stuff with somebody like Puff, and then you be like, man, I can't even buy no medicine. I can't, man. You be like, man, this shit sucks, man. It's like, I know this, man, come on, man. People be like, I know you from Bad Boy for Life. You be like, man, look, man. Psst. Man, look, man, I ain't know what was going on back then. Yo, don't talk about this dude if you was his friend and didn't want to be my friend because you was his friend, and then now all of this is going on. You want to talk about it because, like Young Joc, I better not hear Young Joc say nothing about what's going on in the news right now with Diddy. A lot of people, they going in to talk about him now. They like, man, Puffy. They be like, yo, ain't he your best friend? The other day you was just hanging out with him at the party in all white and stuff, and then now you got something, you be like, damn, you want to, you know what I'm saying? Come on, don't do that. For some reason, they just don't, they just don't talk to me. They just don't talk to me. I never did nothing except for just do the best I could. You know what I'm saying? I had to humble myself and watch everybody go to the all-white party. I had to go home. You know what I'm saying? My girl might have wanted to go to the all-white party, but she was like, I'm going to stay at home with you. And then I was like, thank you, baby, for making me feel special. and we just be sitting back, and you be like, man. Then everybody be like, oh, the all white party was crazy, and you be like, damn. And then you be like, wow. And then you just be like, well, let me go to work, and then bye bye, babe, and give her a kiss and go. And then you just be like, wow. It was a lot of that going on in life every day, waking up, just trying to. You always just got to figure out something you got to do to keep yourself grounded every day you wake up. Just him and his pilot. He probably took all of the movies, sex tapes, all of the tapes he had against people, sleeping with people. He must have took all of them and said, look, man, we ready to take these to Antigua and put them in a bonfire. He went and burnt the evidence. What was the evidence? The evidence was probably some tapes and stuff of what was going on and stuff, right? Oh man, where else would he be going under and out of flying out of to Antigua and all of that stuff for right now? What would he be doing? For what? Just him and his pilot. Talking about he's stressed. He knew it was coming. They told him this morning, they said, the same way they told him that the World Twin Towers was going to get hit, go down there and take pictures of it right now because tomorrow is not, you're not going to ever have a chance to do it again. His ass took us right on down there and we went and took them goddamn pictures by the World Twin Towers, and then the same time, the next morning, them joints went down. This nigga knew. Telling you, he knew. It's amazing. He knew. Let's go get them pictures. Why? Because you're a part of that system. You're a part of that system. The same system that said, hey, we're the same ones that built you and we're the same ones that'll destroy you. We are your gods. And then he was like, I want to change my religion. They was like, there's nowhere in the world you can change your religion. You believe in us. And then he was like, no, I don't. And then they said, okay. So a lot of them females is coming back now and being like, yo, they were forced into doing things like you be like, damn, like when you 16 years old and you having sex with somebody that's a grown ass person and you ain't had no driver's license, how did you get there? Did you get dropped off? Like, and then you got to also look at these people who be putting their kids out there like that too. So some of these people, we got to look at a whole bunch of wrong stuff that's going on now.
So Mark Curry is a legend. Diddy knew about 9/11 and a lot of other things, saying he was really in with them boys. If you know who them boys is, you know who them boys is. That's them ones that don't play fair, spend all that time over in Bohemian Grove and, be having these weird parties and different things like that, doing ritualistic type behaviors. And so Mark Curry can thank God, just looking at what he said, that he wasn't allowed at those parties. Yeah, he had some more high profile celebrities and different things there, but he probably knew that they spirit won't right to be in that sort of situation. You know what I'm saying? And it would kind of tug at them if they saw what was going on at some of these alleged parties. So he didn't invite them, and they can thank God for that because now when they do all the investigations and different things, you don't have to answer any questions because you wasn't there. You weren't privy to anything that was going on, and nor could you even be mistaken as someone that's withholding information from government officials, right? So thank God that you wasn't there. I know sometimes though it don't feel good when you have this man in the limelight. You supposed to be rolling with him, you writing for him and doing all types of stuff, and you are a key component to the success, but you're being excluded from what would look like the fruits of the labor that you should be reaping. Um, Again, Mace left at the right time. You look at just getting out the way, and it was funny um, because you saw how Diddy used to taunt Suge Knight and all the stuff Suge Knight went through. Not saying Suge didn't deserve a lot of what he went through because he did trying to be a bully and all that stuff, but it's crazy to see what is this? How many years later? Because you can honestly say, when everybody started leaving Death Row, when Dre and them did Aftermath, Pac and them died and all that, Death Row started on the way down. Dog Pound ended up leaving. Everybody ended up being gone eventually. Um, and he ended up hitting that guy. Now he's in prison. Um, but to see it come around for Diddy way later in 2024. So don't ever think you can taunt somebody and you up so high, they down so low, because you can get brought down way later. Yeah, he got to live life a little longer and he got to do some other things, but that humble pie is about to be served to him right now too. So you never up so high, especially when you're uh living on the edge like he was doing. You're always very close to being sucked in that foolishness too. So you flying out the country, you doing all this and all that, but they ain't letting this one go. I know you may be trying to get your Russell Simmons on, you may be trying to do all that, but I just I don't see it for him. I think they're gonna have him come back and he's gonna get tried and they're gonna do what they do, man. Um, Yeah, man. So hearing Mark Curry talk about people like Young Joc, talking about basically how he was blackballed, these radio stations wouldn't let him on, wouldn't let him, share nothing about his book, and they want to keep those relationships with those people for the time being. But now people want to come and talk to him about it. He's like, don't do that, and don't have me on because now I'm clicks. Now that Diddy's no good to you or your platform, you want to have me come in and talk about it. And that's weak. Nobody can respect that, man. I ain't trying to come in and talk about none of that at this point. Um, you should have had me on earlier. You should have had me on when all this, when Diddy was on top. Don't use me for some clicks. Mase got his own platform, so I ain't gonna get him on. He's gonna talk about what he's gonna talk about on his own platform and have his own content. Now you can go get Danny the Kane, you can go get Chopper from the band, Dylon, all these people. Maybe some of them will talk, um, but that's your best bet. You know what I'm saying? But I know people gonna be trying to get all the former Bad Boy artists to come up for interviews now, and Mark Curry saying he not really with it, especially if you haven't been on um, if you hadn't been wanting him on the platform. Now I saw he was on According to Hip Hop, but they had a good relationship with him anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't even like they was trying to fish for nothing. They had a good relationship with him, and they brought him on the platform, and he was able to speak because you could tell him and Coop knew each other. So anyway, man, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. What you think about all this Diddy stuff going on? Let me know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.
Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down.
I'm not going to take it down.
Skip, 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 skip.